Welcome to I'm Your Target Demographic. There's something just real quick I want to talk about today, so I thought I'd make a short video. But first off, I want to say thank you. I'm about to hit 2,000 subscribers, which is about 2,000 more subscribers than I really deserve. So today I want to talk about something that's a bit of a conspiracy, but something fascinating, and so I wanted to put it out there and see what people thought. So to preface, as a reminder, Marvel Studios, who owns, Iron Man, Hulk, Avengers, all that stuff, they currently don't have the rights to the Fantastic Four and to the X-Men. And the X-Men includes characters like Wolverine, Deadpool, all these other characters. So Marvel Comics has done a few things in the last couple months that have been kind of red flags about their relationship with Fox Studios, who makes X-Men, Fantastic Four. So I wanted to put these things out there, talk about, do you think this was intentional? Do you think this was malicious? And do you think it'll have an effect on these Fantastic Four and X-Men movies that are about to come out? Now, before we start, Marvel has said that no, these things are not intentional. Why would we ever do things like this? But some of them, it's pretty crazy and hard to believe that it wasn't intentional. First off, we're going to talk about the Fantastic Four. This started a few months ago when the Marvel 75th anniversary was coming out, and there was a memo that supposedly leaked that was scanned and it was put online that said basically, hey artists, in all of your marketing for Marvel's 75th anniversary, whatever, don't include these characters. And included the Fantastic Four and then villains like Galactus, Silver Surfer, other characters in the Fantastic Four world. They said don't include them. This memo went online and got people all riled up. And that's when Marvel first said, no, not real, why would we do that? So people started talking and they were thinking, maybe Marvel's trying to undercut Fantastic Four. They want the movie to not do well so that they can get the rights back. And so to help sabotage that movie, they're going to kind of not promote Fantastic Four at all. We aren't going to, put them on the covers of anything. We don't want them included. So people kind of forget about Fantastic Four and maybe will be less likely to go see the movie, is what people were guessing. So in the cover for Marvel's 75th anniversary, like this big magazine that was put out with all sorts of highlights, notice who's missing. And then notice who's there. So it's all sorts of characters from everything that Marvel Studios has put out recently, and characters that are kind of rumored to be in upcoming films, like Black Bolt and the Inhumans. So that was the first thing. And now we have this rumor. So this one comic book distributor, website, whatever, posted that Fantastic Four was ending. They marketed Fantastic Four 645 as Fantastic Four, the end is forever, which is a horrible pun. So I don't know if this is real, but the Fantastic Four might be ending with a big triple issue, this website says. And then, this company that makes posters and promo materials called Mondo, they had a big convention called MondoCon earlier in September, and they said, hey, we can't put out any more Fantastic Four merchandise. Marvel said, no, we don't know why. They didn't give us a reason, but they said we can't until further notice. That's strange. And then there's a toy distributor for Marvel stuff, and they're putting out tons of Marvel-related things. But they also said, we cannot create any Fantastic Four merchandise, any toys, until further notice. As you can see, Diamond Select Toys, this is their Q&A where they said they can no longer create Fantastic Four toys. So, why is it that posters, toys, the covers of magazines can't include Fantastic Four, and the actual Fantastic Four comic might be ending? Seems crazy. Maybe it's intentional. And then here's a really weird one. In Italy, the Panini Comics Italy, that's right, posted a variant cover for a Guardians of the Galaxy issue that, I don't know what it says, I don't speak Italian, but in the original art it had Galactus in the back doing this funny thing, kind of eating a planet like a snack, but when it was actually released for print, they replaced Galactus with a Celestial, which, yeah, it makes sense in that story, but it seemed intentional to replace Galactus, who is one of those characters covered by Fantastic Four's umbrella. So that's just a bunch of crazy little things that start to add up to make you wonder. Now, Fox also controls the rights to Wolverine and the X-Men. If you're reading the comic books right now, there's a big storyline about the death of Wolverine. And they've said that they're pretty serious about killing him and he's not coming back, parentheses, for a long time. So maybe a couple years, we don't know. And I don't know how they're going to kill Wolverine off. I'm not currently reading the story and I don't think it's done yet, but they're going to kill Wolverine. And there's also been rumors that after this there'll be a storyline where they kill the character Deadpool, which comes conveniently right after the announcement that Fox is going to make a Deadpool feature film. And this past summer, Days of Future Past came out in theaters, and Fox was not allowed to have any licensed action figures for Days of Future Past. So if you were a kid and you were in the store, you wouldn't see anything about that movie. But you would see tons of Thor: The Dark World merchandise, you'd see tons of Captain America, Winter Soldier action figures, and you would see a mind-blowingly incredible amount of Guardians of the Galaxy action figures everywhere. But X-Men Days of Future Past, nothing. So the big question is, do all these little things add up to something? So is Marvel trying to essentially suffocate the Fox films? That we're not going to give you any readers, we're going to take these characters out of the comic books for a while, that when Fantastic Four comes out, when the next X-Men movie comes out, when Deadpool comes out, people have kind of maybe forgotten. So will it work out that way? That less people will see it because of these absences? Or will it work against Marvel? That people will be so hungry for characters like Deadpool and Wolverine that when these movies come out, they're going to go see it even more. What do you think? Is this intentional? Do you think Marvel would do something like this? And if they were doing it intentionally, do you think it would work? Or is it something that would backfire or just not even matter? So that's really it. I just wanted to let the casual fans know about something kind of weird that was happening behind the scenes. Let me know your thoughts. If you haven't been to my website, head over to imyourtargetdemographic.com. I review movies every weekend, whatever the new movies that are coming out, I talk about them. So there's tons of stuff there for you to see. Definitely subscribe. Thanks for watching.